Hi, and welcome back. I'm Susanna, and I'm here partnering with The Kitchen is My Playground. Today, we are bringing you a recipe for the best classic Snickerdoodles. Snickerdoodles are a classic cookie, mostly known for their signature tang that we get by adding in cream of tartar. And of course, they are also known for that cinnamon sugar coating. And that is what we're going to get started with today. We have our sugar here in the bowl, and then I'm going to add some cinnamon and just mix these two to combine. All right, there we go. So the topping, we'll roll them in at the end, is ready. I'm just going to set that over here. And then we're going to take this larger mixing bowl and we are going to add some softened butter. Then we're going to add in some Crisco shortening. So we've got Crisco and butter in here, and then we're also going to add in some sugar to this. In goes the granulated sugar. And now we're just going to beat together the sugar with the Crisco and butter until everything is fluffy. This will take about 3 minutes, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, there we go. So the sugars and butter and Crisco are all creamed. They're nice and fluffy, and now we are going to add in our eggs. So with the eggs, you just want to add them in one at a time, and we're going to beat for about 30 seconds after each one. This just makes sure they're really well incorporated into the mix. All right, everything is mixed, so I'm going to move this over here, and now on to our dry ingredients. So we're going to start with the flour first, and there we go. And then next we have the rest of our dry ingredients. We have some salt, which we know brings out the sweetness in the cookies. We've got some baking soda, which helps with leavening and making them fluffier. And then the cream of tartar kind of assists the baking soda, but it also provides that signature tang that we all know and love in Snickerdoodle cookies. So cannot leave that out. So I'm just going to add this into our flour and get everything combined here. So now we are going to combine our wet and dry ingredients. So over here, we're going to use our mixer again. We're just going to have it on a low setting. And with the flour mixture, you just want to make sure you add it in slowly. We don't want to dump it all in at once, just a little bit at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. So the cookie dough is now ready. We are going to roll these into balls and then roll them in the cinnamon sugar mixture and onto the pan. So we have our little assembly line set up here. Now the dough here might be a little bit sticky, but it shouldn't be anything too bad. Like you will certainly be able to roll it. It won't stick too bad or anything there. You won't need flour. We're just going to roll this into a ball, and we want to take a pretty big amount of cookie dough here. We're not making little mini cookies. We want these to be a good size. So we're going to roll this now in the cinnamon sugar mixture. And from there, place it on the baking sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and roll up the rest of these, get them ready for the oven, and I will see y'all once they're set. Right, so the first pan is all set and ready to go in the oven. And you'll notice here we have not overcrowded our pan. We've left plenty of space between the cookies. That's a really important step. So we're going to go ahead and get these in there, and then I will show y'all the final result. So the cookies are out of the oven now. They have been resting on the counter for the last few minutes. I'm going to move them over here to our cooling rack. And then I am going to definitely be trying one out. That is so good. Just the right amount of tang. Absolutely delicious. This would be such a great choice for the upcoming holidays we have, or for when you just want to have a little treat for yourself as well. Be sure to check out the full recipe on the Kitchen is My Playground's blog. They will have the full list of ingredients and measurements, as well as step-by-step instructions. And Tracy always does an amazing write-up that explains how the ingredients work together and why she really likes this recipe. The link for that will be in the description box below, as well as some other cinnamon-themed recipes that you can try out. And I will see you all soon.